I would like to inform you all on how to pitch and the many pitches you can use. But first, before you start pitching, you should probably stretch before you start. If not, you can get serious injuries, such as I did. I tore some ligaments in my elbow a couple years ago, and I had to have surgery on it called Tommy John, and it kept me out for about a month. I had to go to continuous therapy for the whole year, and it was pretty rough. So I would advise one to stretch before they begin pitching. First off, basic stretch, one of my favorites. Stick your arms straight out and pull your fingers back for about 30 seconds. That's going to loosen your tendons up in your elbow. And then you can turn it over and do the same thing for about 30 seconds too. It's going to loosen your elbow up real good. Then put your arm over your shoulder and stretch it out for about 30 seconds. That's going to stretch your shoulder to avoid rotator injury. And then come above your head and stretch out your throwing arm again for about 30 seconds, and that's going to help you in your shoulder also. And then you should be able to start pitching. First off, there's about 5 pitches that most pitchers can pitch. First off, the basic fastball, there's 2 different ways you can throw it. Most pitchers who don't throw in the high 90s usually go with the 2-seam fastball, which you hold over the 2 seams on top of the baseball and you just throw it straight. That's going to be about 5 miles an hour than the normal fastball, which is the 4-seam. But the 2-seam, which I just showed you, has more movement on it, which makes it harder for hitters to hit. And then there's the 4-seam. You grab it over the horseshoe of the baseball, you throw it exactly like the 2-seam. That's going to be about 5 miles an hour faster, so probably for most pitchers in the high 90s, which is tough to hit also. And then there's 2 ways to throw the curveball, which almost every pitcher knows how to throw. First off, the 12-6 is what most pitchers favor, which drops straight down, 12-6 on the clock. And you grab it on top of the baseball, on the top seam. You just break it straight down, twist your wrist straight down, and it's going to make the baseball roll end over end, causing it to be called the 12-6. And then there's also just the normal curveball, which you grab on the horseshoe on the side of the seam, on the horseshoe side. And you're going to flick your wrist sideways. That's going to be more of a sliding curveball, unless you could say. And then there's also the changeup, which many pitchers also throw as well. But you make a circle on the horseshoe on top of the baseball, as so. You just throw it just like you throw a fastball. And then the changeup's going to be about 10 miles an hour slower than the normal fastball, which really throws hitters off because they cannot tell the difference of a changeup or a fastball coming out of your hands. And then there's also the knuckleball, which few pitchers throw today, but it's an effective pitch if you know how to throw it. And basically the knuckleball, you grab it on top of the seam of the baseball with your knuckles like this. When you release it, you're going to flick your knuckles out. That's going to cause the ball to knuckle as so, and that's probably the toughest pitch to hit in baseball if the pitcher is able to control it for a strike. Then there's also the slider, which some pitchers use today, but it's pretty much like the curveball, the normal curveball, except it's probably about 4 miles an hour faster than the normal curveball. Is you just hold it on top of the ball like this, but when you throw it, you're almost throwing it like you throw a football. It's going to cause the ball to move to the left side if you're right-handed, or if you're left-handed, to the left side. So that's about all the pitches that Major League Baseball players throw. And then you have to know how to pitch the baseball too. You got to go from the wind-up if nobody's on base. Well, that's what most pitchers use anyways. In the wind-up, you just wind up, come right to the plate, throw the ball. And then if you have somebody on base, you have to go through the stretch. And if you don't go through the stretch, the hitters can steal easily at will on you. So when you come from the stretch, you got to make sure you come set. If you don't come set, it's a ball, because then the hitter automatically gets to the next base. So just come set, and then come straight to the plate like you do in the normal wind-up. That's pretty much all the pitches you need to learn how to throw, how to stretch before you pitch, and then how to pitch the baseball. And I guess that's it.